Welcome to Mindset Moment with Mel, episode 1. Today, I want to talk to you about a silly concept, maybe a concept that you would think it was selfish. The concept of self care. What do you think self care truly is? I'm asking you, do you think it is selfish? Like I said, do you think it's silly? Do you think that you can't you don't have time for self-care because you're a mom or you're a wife or you're a teacher or you're a father or you're a caretaker? um, what's your concept of self-care? What does it mean to take care of yourself? Do you think that you currently do take care of yourself, that you practice self-care? Is it a weekly date with yourself? Is it a monthly date with yourself? Is it a I'll fit it in when I can? Is it a daily practice? What does it look like? So, in front of you, I have a quote, and it says, when you start taking care of yourself, you start feeling better, you start looking better, and you start attracting better. It all starts within you. So, the concept of self care, I was under the impression a year ago, a year plus year ago, um, I was under the impression that because I was a mom and a wife and a teacher, that I didn't have time for self care. And I believed that self care was selfish because it was no longer about me. It was about my kids. It was about my husband. It was about my family. It was about my job. I was an adult now. I didn't have time for self care. I didn't get that luxury of self care. That was my brain, that was my mindset around it. And I would go through every day telling myself, I will take care of myself at the end of the day when the kids are in bed because they go to bed like little angels, right? So bedtime's a breeze. And I would take that time at the end of the day. That's when I would take care of myself. That time, 9 out of 10, did not show up because either bedtime didn't flow like I wanted. There were other things that needed to get done before we went to bed. Lunches had to be made if they weren't already made. Things needed to be cleaned up, right? So all these other little things showed up at the end of the day. And I would go to bed every night, again, 9 times out of 10, feeling absolutely exhausted, thinking, I didn't have time for me today, so we'll try again tomorrow. And then I would wake up feeling defeated, and it would just loop over and over and over and over. But yet, I wanted to be a better mom. I wanted to be a better wife. I wanted to be a better teacher. I wanted to be a better me. I wanted to feel better. I wanted to look better. I wanted to do better. But nothing was changing. A year ago, I took a huge leap and I invested in myself. I invested in a coach. I invested in a program that was geared towards mindset and goal achieving. And it was a huge leap financially, but I needed a change. And I knew that this would be the change, that this would shift things for me And boy, I wasn't wrong. I learned that self-care is so important. Self-care encompasses so many different things. It encompasses your mindset. It encompasses the way that you think about the world. It goes with the way that you act, the way that you respond to things. Everything that you do on a daily basis is based upon how you take care of yourself, how you take care of your mind, and that's how you're going to show up. So when I started doing the self-care, like the coaching and the programs and the studying, getting to know myself, getting to know um, getting to reprogram the way that I was thinking, I started to feel better. I Prior to that, I would try to, dress the part, I want to feel good today. So I'm going to get up, I'm going to do my makeup, I'm going to do my hair, I'm going to dress nice, and I'm going to look the part. I'm going to fake it till I make it. However, this wasn't sustainable, right? I would feel good for first half hour, maybe an hour if I was lucky, but then the day would just get a hold of me, and before long I started feeling like shit again, right? So the fake it till I made it wasn't happening. But what I didn't realize was that I needed something sustainable, and that really started with my mind. It started with the way that I was thinking. So as I started to feel better, I started to look better. My skin started looking better. I started showing up better. I started dressing better. And then before long, I started attracting better things into my life, better situations, better opportunities. I just became better. I became a better mom. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I yell less. I get stressed out less. Um, my kids see me happy. My husband sees me happy. I am not losing my shit all the time. And that all started with me showing up for myself and taking care of myself. For me, self care now looks like waking up before everybody else. And if you've known me for any amount of time, waking up early, I would have never associated that with self care. That was the opposite of self care. But now I wake up at 20 after 5, even during the summer. I get myself ready, and then I am online by 5:45 with an amazing group of ladies who they're amazing. Their mindset, and we're all growing together. We're all heading in different directions, but we're so similar because we study the same material. We work towards goals. We encourage each other. We build each other up. We're there for each other. We support, right? So I start every single morning with this group of ladies and growing myself, my awareness, my understanding of the world, my um, I reprogrammed my brain over the past year, and that sets me off to a great start to my day. I spend literally 90 minutes in an environment of growth and positivity and um, learning, and then I take care of everybody else. So I have shifted that to where before I would wait for the opportunity to take care of myself, to do something for myself. And usually that led to spending money on things that I thought would make me feel better. Whereas now I created my self care opportunity. I wake up every morning, I study myself, I grow my awareness, I truly take care of myself, I fill my cup, and then I'm set for the day. So, all this to say that if you are not taking care of yourself, truly taking care of yourself, not faking it till you make it, that shit don't work. I hate to break it to you. But if you are not taking care of yourself, your mind, you will not start to feel better. You will not start to look better. And you will be attracting in the same as what you've been doing. Not to say that you can't love what you have, not to say that self care, self care just makes things better, plain and simply. So, what are you doing? And I want to know. Write down in the comments, what is it that you do for self care? Where's your awareness on self care? What is your understanding of it? Even better, pull out a journal and truly ask yourself, what's the concept of self care? What am I doing for myself? And then, if you're brave enough, share it in the comments or send me a message and share what your awareness around self care is. I'd love to hear. Thanks for joining me, and look out for next week, episode 2. Love you guys. Bye.